My name is Jeanie and this is my husband Vince. In 2022, we became proud new owners of our first truck camper and have been enjoying many fun road trip adventures with it. In this series, we are headed to the California coast for a 2-week truck camping trip. In our last episode, you saw us leave our beachfront campsite near Malibu and make the beautiful drive to Pismo Beach, California. We enjoyed some famous cinnamon rolls, watched all the surfers, walked the Pismo Pier, and basically fell in love with Pismo Beach. We checked into our next oceanside campground in Pismo Beach, where we enjoyed a beautiful beach view campsite. So today we start making our way up the Pacific Coast Highway to Big Sur. So we have a big day. We have like 4.5 hours of driving today to go along the entire coast. We have a campsite booked for tonight up by, well, it's past like Carmel-By-The-Sea. I don't know, somewhere up there on the beach. So yeah, it's gonna be a good day. It's gorgeous out. And Merry Christmas Eve. It is Christmas Eve today. Good place to be on Christmas Eve. Our first stop is the Elephant Vista Point, I think. And as soon as we got to our first stop, we got coastal weather going on. It's like cloudy, what is this? Like hazy, foggy. Yeah, fog. That's what's going on right now. Look at them all. They're enormous.
This is a baby.
Wow, look at them move.
Birds should be scared.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I'm going to be honest, we didn't realize that this Vista Point actually held elephant seals here. And come to find out, it's one of the largest areas of beach on the west coast that is home to more than 7,000 elephant seals. These giant creatures can weigh anywhere between 3,000 to 5,000 pounds and measure up to 20 feet long. And I can attest to that because they are huge. You could seriously just sit and watch these all day long. They're so fascinating. Just to like watch. We have an intruder on our truck camper. Ah! No! What are you doing up there? There's a cloud inversion going on over the ocean right now, and we're up above it. We're above the clouds. That's crazy. This is crazy pretty. Just goes for miles. This is kind of a bummer. It is, now we're back like in the clouds, so we can't see anything. Our one day to be on Big Sur, and it's all cloudy and foggy from the ocean. See, we can't see anything. It is extremely foggy. Hopefully it clears out soon. We pulled over because we figured we might as well have breakfast. I can hear the ocean. Can you hear that down there? There's some big waves down there. But I can't see a thing. We'll just have to come back when we move here. Ha ha ha. Alright, here's our Big Sur breakfast with not much of a view. So it is exactly 11:20 in the morning now, and it's finally starting to clear. So it's a little patchy still, but now we can actually see the ocean, we can see the cliffside, we can actually see what we're looking at. So I don't know if that's normal for mornings to be like that or not, but anyways, I'm just glad it's clearing because it's so beautiful. I think it's safe to say that the Big Sur Drive is one of the most beautiful coastlines in the USA. It's definitely not one of those destinations that gets so much hype and then you go there for yourself and you're disappointed. it's truly the exact opposite, once the clouds cleared, of course. The nice thing about this 90-mile drive from San Simeon to Carmel-By-The-Sea is that there are multiple pull-offs along the way, where you can just get out, take in all the beauty of the crashing waves, the mountains, the rugged cliffs, and some of the best coastal views we've ever seen. All right, so we are at McWay Falls, right here off the highway. And FYI, you guys, if you are camping at any of the state parks like we have been, keep your ticket, because these also get you into other state parks. So you have camping and state park access. So we just showed them our campground ticket from this last night from Pismo Beach, and we got in. Otherwise, it would have costed us $10 to park here. So don't throw away your state park passes if you're camping, okay? Because they get you into other parks. So now we'll see if we can actually see the waterfall or not. Really hoping it's not fog covered. The waterfall is very, very slightly visible. It's right in there somewhere. Oh man. The clouds they won't go away. I thought they were going away, but they're just hanging out still. After leaving McWay Falls, we noticed the crowds started to pick up the closer we got to Carmel-By-The-Sea. But honestly, for good reason. We made so many road stops along this drive as the views and scenery just kept getting better and better. Even though there were more people, we still didn't have any issues finding parking with our truck camper along the way, so that was a huge bonus. Probably a good thing it was foggy, because we wouldn't be like more than an hour up the road, because I would have wanted to pull off the whole time. Like heavenly. It's so gorgeous here. So we're on our way up towards Santa Cruz, because that's where our campground is. So we are staying at New Brighton State Park, and we are in campsite 70 tonight, and then we're actually staying here tomorrow night too in campsite 69, right next to each other. So yeah. We are at our site 70. Nice and wooded back here. Look at that. I can hear the ocean. So the ocean is right on the other side of these trees. So can't see it quite, but I can hear it. But the site is quite slanted down. So we're definitely gonna have to do some blocks tonight, because yeah, she's quite unlevel. So this is what we're hearing from our site. So we're checking out the shower scene. You're gonna not believe this. So we just went and got all those tokens yesterday. We assume that's where they all, all the state parks take these tokens. Well, no. Now this one takes quarters. We don't have quarters, we have tokens. So this campground has a totally different vibe. It's all foresty and gives us Washington State vibes. It's so brushy with the pine trees. Such a different vibe up here. We're on this trail that brings you down to the beach from the campground. This is a gorgeous beach. We have some beautiful colors taking place from our camper right now. Tonight, I'm having a buffalo chicken salad with Vince's homemade blue cheese. It is so good. And then Vince is making his into a wrap. So there it is. Woohoo! So it's nice. You can make salads or wraps with basically the same exact ingredients. So today is Christmas Day, and we were kind of going back and forth on what we wanted to do today. So one option was to go to Pinnacles National Park. We've never been there, but it's like an hour and a half drive to get there. Our other option was to stay here in Santa Cruz and explore the area. And we decided to stay in Santa Cruz just because, I don't know, we didn't want to drive 3 hours today to the national park and back. We're gonna chill for Christmas Day, and so we're gonna hang out here in Santa Cruz. So join us today as we explore and hang out in Santa Cruz, California. So we are booked to stay here at New Brighton State Park Campground for tonight as well, but we're in site 69 tonight, and I don't know if I showed it in the footage, but it's like a tent site. And it says the pad there is 26 feet, which we're 22, so we were able to book this. But it's like a pull-in, like a pull-off on the side of the road, like a tiny little pull-off. That's what it's like. And then you have like your tent pad. Real weird. We would not fit in it very well, and it's extremely sloped and angled. So I went up to reservations this morning, and we're on a wait list to get a new site for tonight. So fingers crossed we get a nicer site for tonight than 69, because that is definitely not something for a regular vehicle camping. So we're at the visitor center here at the state park, and we're gonna go on a little hike. There's a redwood groves trail. I think it's under a mile. It's not very long. We're gonna check that out. Maybe do some other hiking. But everything is so wet and dewy. It's total Washington State vibes here. Like thick trees with the wet dewiness. So look at this ring of a redwood. So this tree was harvested in 1934, but it grew for over 2,200 years. It has the entire timeline here of when it started growing. It's crazy. That thing, it is so big. How fascinating. So not only is it like moist and dewy, but it's so dark in here because it's so thick. It's like no sunlight coming through. So the bark is so soft, maybe because it's so moist all the time. But when you push on it, it just like, it's like a sponge feeling. It's weird. The Henry Cowell Redwood State Park is just about a 10-minute drive north of Santa Cruz, and it has a 40-acre grove of towering old redwood trees, with the widest tree in the park being 16 feet wide. You look so little. Oh my gosh. Look at this, you guys. The humidity. I straightened my hair this morning. Today we're going with the waves. Love humidity. Anyways, this is a really nice trail, 0.8 miles, Trail of the Groves. Some big ass trees here. I'll be honest. Wow. Yeah, look at this thing. That's nuts. Definitely come check this out if you're near Santa Cruz and you're not heading to like Redwoods National Park or whatnot. There's lots of state parks that have these redwoods, so worth checking out. We are back at the ocean and it's nice and warm down here. So we're down by the wharf in Santa Cruz here. So we're gonna walk the wharf, just check it out, do some sightseeing, and yeah, enjoy the sun and the warmth. most of all the shops here along the wharf are closed today for Christmas. It's just fun to look in the windows and it's super quiet. So across here from the wharf you can see the amusement park here. Lots of different rides and it looks like they're open even for Christmas Day. There's still rides going. Alright you guys, we're back at the campground and we were able to get a upgraded site. And we could select from a bunch of sites that were available. So I chose the premium site, which is ocean front. Right there's the ocean. So we're in site 75 and it did cost us $50, but we were refunded from our other reservation we had, which was $42. So it's basically only, what, $8 more. So worth it. Ocean right there. Just a reminder, this is the new Brighton State Beach Campground right out of Santa Cruz. We stayed here last night. So check it. Can you hear the ocean? There it is. Not a bad view. So just for reference, so this is campsite 75, ocean right there. We were in site 70 yesterday, or well last night, which is just right here on the corner, which was a really nice campsite. And 69, the one that we moved from because it's a tent site, not like a slab site. That one you don't want if you're not tenting. So we're not too far from our other campsite. But yeah, just obviously a better view here. If you didn't guess it already, we're having tacos. And it isn't dark yet, which is nice. We kind of made dinner a little earlier so we could like just kind of actually see a view out our window for dinner. So sun is just setting, it's getting dark, but we can hear the ocean and the waves down there. Nice evening for some tacos. The truck camper is at the Golden Gate Bridge. So in true Golden Gate Bridge fashion, you gotta drive across the bridge. All sorts of warnings going on for a storm that's coming in. We have made the decision to start making our way back home. Hey, this is very California. We might as well go get a California burger before we leave California. So right in front of us is Reno, Nevada. Literally on our tail on this trip. We're like, it's so windy, it's rocking our truck back and forth.